What's going on, Internet? The Mad King here. For a while, I wanted to do a sort of vlog or like just kind of like random update. I see like other YouTubers do it all the time. I thought, why not? Like, let's keep keep people updated on what's going on in the life of the Mad King, Mad King Kev. You may not care, but oh well, I will still do it. Now, I'm the Mad King Kev. Happens to be Monday, so I was kind of going around with Monday with the Mad King. Why not? It kind of definitely came to mind, so I thought I'd stick there. And it's like, what shall we talk about? Yeah, that's beer. Well, it's Monday, which means yesterday was Sunday. Today happens to be the 27th. Yesterday was 26th, which means season finale of Game of Thrones. Now, I'm going to go into spoilers here. So if you haven't caught up on the season or whatever, skip this part there. But, last night's episode was amazing. The show is getting more and more story driven. I hate episodes that are filled with just nonsense battles. But like, let's go in depth on the episode, season finale. Like, it started with like, if you're following the season, you know, Cersei had to go to trial for screwing her brother, and I think that was her main crime. There was probably a little minor ones that aren't coming to mind, but she's going to trial for that. Marjorie's brother was in jail currently, and he was going to court, going to be put on trial for just screwing other men, which in their religion is against the law. And I'm sure there's other crimes in there, but like I said, those minor ones are coming to mind. Well, they were both to have trial on the same day. Lawrence was first, and then Cersei was supposed to follow. Marjorie was getting a little concerned. Like, Lawrence had his trial. He confessed to his sins, did all that. He said he was going to be a member of the faith, be one of the soldiers, whatever. But Cersei never showed up. So Marjorie was a little concerned, and she was telling the High Sparrow, like, something's going on. She knows the consequences of not showing up. Maybe we should get out of here. The High Sparrow was like, no, God will protect us, or the faith will protect us, whatever. And he wasn't listening. Cersei's cousin, in fact, like, chased off this little child that was like suspicious. Chased him into this catacomb kind of area or whatever, and led him to underneath this set where the trial was going on. And he sees like these strange barrels and all that. The little kid like sneaks behind him, stabs him in the leg, hip, whatever, stabs him, and he falls to the ground. Then like you catch on that these barrels are the wildfire barrels that we have seen before in the past. That the Mad King left and that Tyrion discovered. And then like you see like there's a candle at the end of the line in a pool of wildfire that is slowly like melting down, about to hit the wildfire. Well, that ends with Cersei blows them all up. Like, massive explosion just wipes them all out instantaneously. No pain there. Like, that's the only plus side to it. Cersei's son, the king, Joffrey, it was I'm going to blank, but the king Lannister, whatever his name is, Tommen, that's it. There you go. Tommen was supposed to go there, but Cersei sent the Mountain to like block his exit from his room, so he stayed in there. He witnessed the explosion. Then, as it exploded, the mountain left and went back to Cersei. In this whole time period, while the explosion's happening, all that, Mace, the Grand Maester at the time, whatever his name, who was supposedly a servant of the Lannisters, ends up getting stabbed by all these little kids as well, by the new Maester that Cersei is using. But back on, Tommen witnesses the explosion, realizes that his wife was in there, her father, his uncle, and it might, I guess, maybe he probably knows his mom isn't in there and that she caused the incident. So he goes on the window balcony and just jumps off and kills himself. Later in the episode, you see she gets crowned queen of the entire realm. Now she's the ruler of everything. Due to her killing the Tyrells, everybody except for the Queen of Thrones, Lana or whatever, I forget what her name is, but Marjorie's grandmother, she was away at the time. She's, as far as I know, the last Tyrell. She contacts the Martells from Dorne, creates a pact with them, and in turn, both of them create a pact with Daenerys, and like they give her more ships. She already had a shitload of ships. The episode ends with like Daenerys's hundreds of ships, with the Martell ships and probably the Tyrell ships all coming over to Westeros. You got the Thraki on there. You got the Unsullied. The Second Son stay behind to keep peace in Meereen. She kind of like dumps Dohaerio because he's a liability. Like she goes there, and with Westeros, you make pacts with families through marriage. Since she's technically not married, but she had a lover that would not be appropriate for court, so she leaves him behind under Tyrion's counsel. She also names Tyrion Hand of the Queen. Pretty awesome. Can't wait till Tyrion and Cersei meet each other again. It's like, oh yeah, I'm with Daenerys now, and we're here to kill you. Like, come on, you're done. We finally, like, I knew for a while, but they finally revealed to most people that Jon Snow, Jon Stark, previously Lord Commander before he died and came back, is actually, his parents are actually Elena, I forget her actual name, Ned Stark's sister, who was previously betrothed to Robert Baratheon, then got kidnapped by Rhaegar Targaryen and supposedly raped, but there's also a story that she fell in love with him. But the fact is, Jon is the offspring of Rhaegar and Ned's sister. So he's half Targaryen, half Stark. And also later in the episode, since he won the battle against Ramsay Bolton in the last episode, in this, like, since he did so good, everybody loves him. They doubted him at first, but then Lady Mormont, that little girl, like, she is a beast. Like, she's like just stands up in court, speaks up for him, says like, I name him King of the North. Every other lord from every region in the North starts naming King of the North, King of the North. It's awesome. Sansa at first said she didn't want to be ruler of Winterfell since she technically is, since Jon's a bastard. At first she was like, no, it's for you, like, you should do it. But then when he gets named King of the North, then she's like second guessing it. But I hope there's no bad blood between them. But with Jon being Ned's sister's child, the Rhaegar Targaryen, he technically has no claim to the North, since Ned was technically Lord of the North. Bran would technically be next in line, but no one knows he's alive. So in turn, Sansa would be the official Lord of North, or I'm sorry, Lady of North, whatever the terminology is. She would be the technical ruler of the North of Winterfell. Hold on, I need to drink. Um, she's technically going north. Then we also see Bran is on his way back. He's about to pass through the wall and come. I assume he's going to Castle Black, and then he's probably going to head home when they tell him Jon's no longer there. We see Arya again after her nearly getting stabbed to death and killed and all that. She goes to the tower, two towers, right? The Freys. She kills Lord Frey, ends up feeding his two sons to him in a meat pie, and then she slits his throat while she smiles at him. Like, she's very devious and a little crazy, but she's been through a lot of shit and seen a lot. But it looks like they're all like heading back to Winterfell and hopefully all converging, like getting back together. What else about the show? I'm a little upset we didn't see what's up with the Hound. He's up and about. Like I said, I read the books. In the books, Catelyn Stark is not dead. She gets brought back by the Lord of Light from Beric Dondarrion. Like, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. He gives his life and to like kind of Catelyn, like it's like he transfers his life from him to Catelyn and brings her back from her like day or 2 day old corpse, something like that. But she, like, her hair's all gray, she's losing some of it, she has a giant cut across her throat, things like that. But she comes back. I hope the story with the Hound and all that, she eventually comes back. Jaime's special eventually meet up with her and Brienne, and like, since they made it a vow to save Catelyn's sisters, or I'm sorry, daughters, like bring them back home, they haven't honored that, but we'll see where that's going. Okay, Starks, see the Targaryens. We saw the one nun, or the one religious woman that was like beating the crap out of Cersei when she was in prison. Now Cersei has her chained up and just kind of like, confess your sins, just like trying to get payback. She does bring up and tells her, remember I said I will be the last face you see before I die. The woman strapped down to a table and says, okay, I'm ready to die. And then Cersei says, well, today? No, you're not going to die today. Then she's like, have you met my friend, the Mountain? Like, brings him in. He pulls off his mask. You see it's like, his face is like half rotten, like stuff's peeling off and all this. And then she's leaving and she's just repeating, like, I believe, repent, repent, repent. See, the Mountain is standing over her body. Like, over her, strapped to the table. She's still alive at the point. I forget if we hear screaming or whatever, but we don't know what's happening in that situation. At first, I thought when she says, like, I'll be the last person you see before you die, then she says, you're not going to die today. I assume, like, her eyes are going to be plucked out or something. Then the Mountain pops up and brings her in there. Then I thought, are they going to turn her into whatever kind of creature the Mountain is? Some half-dead, brain dead thing, zombie, I don't know what the hell he is. And then in the past, Mountain has had a habit of just like pillaging villages and then raping women, which he supposedly did to what was it, Rhaegar's wife, the Martell, I forget her actual name, who was the mother of a maybe, or I don't know, one of the Targaryens. Well, Martell was married to a Targaryen. He has a habit of raping women. I thought that was going to lead into that, but it cut out, so we don't know. I think that covers about. Oh, we saw Sam's at the Citadel, if that's the correct term. He's at where you learn to become a maester. He goes there. They tell him, like, this is very irregular. His terms are coming with Aemon Targaryen dying. They didn't have record that Lord Mormont died and that Jon was the new commander, but now he's not, which Sam doesn't know at the point. He tells, like, this is very irregular. You can tell to the High Maester. But in the meantime, you can go through the library. Oh, excuse me. Like, they escort him to the library, and like, Sam being a big bookworm and all that, he walks in the library and it really looks like he just jizzes his pants. Just goes in like, don't mind that. But I think that's the entirety of the episode. Like, next season has to start with like Daenerys arriving as soon. But that's Game of Thrones. Season was amazing. Supposedly next season is only going to be 7 episodes, and then the following season will be another 7 episodes. So, from what I've read online and what they've said, there's only going to be 14 more episodes, 2 more seasons. Sucks, but I don't want them to drag it on too long and just kind of screw things up. It's gonna suck waiting, but I hope in that time period the next book comes out so I can read that. Hopefully that covers a little bit of the next season. Let's just wait and see. Next topic. I am a big fan of Rooster Teeth. I'm actually going to RTX within, well, today's Monday. I'm actually catching a flight 2 days on Wednesday, going to RTX, which is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4th of July weekend. And I lucked out and I got a VIP pass this time, so I got to go to a screening of their new show, Day5, which they've been in the works for years. I'm going to be able to see 2 new episodes, well, with new episodes, 2 unreleased episodes for a new show that's never aired yet, Crunch Time, which looks amazing. Offhand, I can't remember what Crunch Time is. I believe it involves time travel and some weird thing. Day5 it's a good show. It's filmed in Texas, like Austin, Dallas, areas around that. It involves there's a weird virus or disease or something going on. We don't know too much about it. Only 2 episodes are out, but it involves it's like 2 or 3 a.m. on a particular on some random night. Everybody who was sleeping just died, and then from that point on, anybody who falls asleep dies instantaneously. As of now, there's no cure. There's no explanation to what's going on. Just people keep on dying. We're currently on like day 3 or 4. Is progressing. We are following Jake, the main guy, I believe. So one of the main cast. Can't remember most of the other people's names. There's Jake, who's a druggie. There's a teenage boy who's like 12, 13, around that age. I'm not too sure. I can never tell the age. There's a woman doctor and this male pilot, and they're trying to track the origin of the disease or virus, whatever is causing this. Since he's a pilot, he's been to several major cities within the past several days. That he goes to the cities, goes to the hospitals, coroners, whatever, and checks the actual death times and compares them and tries to follow the pattern back. And then he later meets up with this one female doctor, and she's helping him with that info. And Jake and the kid are just kind of tagging along, trying to help out. Very good show. Can't wait to see an early screening of the other episode. Crunch Time, which... Let me actually look this up. What was that? Like a bug crawling on me. I'm just gonna watch the trailer. Okay, let's recap that. It's a bunch of grad students create this kind of tech that allows you to control your dreams, I'm thinking. I'm trying to get the gist of the trailer. Control your dreams and look into other people's dreams. It's cool. And it's like it shows like one guy's looking at his girlfriend's dream, and then she's having sex with another guy. But then with dreams, you also have a risk of nightmares. One guy was having a nightmare where Santa attacked him and chainsawed his arm off. And there was a rave, and then there was a topless chick shooting lasers out of her nipples. And then it's like, oh, okay. And then there was a guy who was about to have a three-way. I guess it was before some. It was three girls and one guy. The one girl pulls down his underwear, and it's like a Ken doll. Nothing down there. And he's just trying to apologize, like, this never happened. Like, where'd my penis go? That looks funny. Looks amazing. Love all Rooster Teeth stuff. Been watching them for years. If you don't watch any of their stuff, they're amazing. If you never heard about them, you might have saw some of their stuff, or maybe heard of it through passing or whatever. Like, Rooster Teeth is the main company. Side branch or whatever you want to consider or call it is Achievement Hunter. So it's Let's Plays, gameplay videos, things like that. They, within the past year, they branched off and acquired the members of Inside Gaming, and now they're called Funhouse. They also joined up with Kinda Funny, Cow Chop, Screw Attack, and the Creatures. I think that's all of it. They also, Rooster Teeth also produces Red vs. Blue. Currently in the 14th season, which is the longest going internet show, I believe. That's the award they got. Longest running internet show. The company's on their 15th year. They also make and produce their own anime, which is Ruby, which is amazing. 3 seasons are out. 4 seasons should be starting soon. I assume I will probably see a pilot at RTX, which is in, like I said, I'm going down in 2 days. It starts on Friday. And it is just awesome. That'll be in Austin, Texas, where they are stationed. If you're a fan of anime, I highly recommend it. It was on Netflix, but I know there was some kind of problem where it had to be taken down, but they were trying to get it back up. Either way, it's all on YouTube. It's all on their YouTube channel, Rooster Teeth. The anime starts off like a couple innocent kids going to school. There's these dark creatures called Grimm that attack kingdoms and people like that, and the school trains hunters and huntresses to battle them. It starts out like kind of innocent, and then as the show progresses, it gets like a little darker and darker, more serious, which is it's amazing. Like it pulls you in the first season. Then as each season progresses, the quality of the animation gets better and better. The story gets more and more amazing. It does get darker, but it just increases the story. It's amazing. Now, for all you that are fans of Rooster Teeth, the company and everything that is included in that, I recently found out today that Meg Turney, who's been with the company for over a year, maybe 2 years, I really don't know. She did a lot of hosting on several other like game networks and YouTubes and stuff like that. She had like a big background in hosting shows. But saw a video just released today that currently she is leaving the company. Her long time, it's like several years boyfriend Gavin Free, who produces Slow-Mo Guys, is still a member, still with the company. Like she's saying, like there's no like she does cosplay and modeling on the side on top of what she did at Rooster Teeth, which was hosting, helping produce shows and content and things like that. Saying there's some in for the company standards there's some conflicting issue between both of those things, what she was doing on the side and what she was doing for the company. So I guess she had to make a choice of what she wanted to do more. Said her side thing with modeling, cosplaying, and all that was increasing over time, like becoming more popular and all that. That She wanted to do that more. Either way, says she's leaving on a happy side, happy note. Which is good for her. Hope it all works out. I plan on meeting her at RTX, maybe get a little more info, but I don't want to like, go into it too much because it might be a touchy subject. I've met her in the past. Very nice. Hope it all works out for her. Well, like I said, I'm RTX in a couple days. Very great. Like, this would be my third year going to the convention. I went 3 years ago. Well, 2 years ago, since this is the third year. 2 years ago. 4th of July weekend, 2014. I live in Philadelphia. Prior to that, I've never been more than 3 hours away from Philly. I've been to New York Comic Con, been to Baltimore Comic Con, Philly Con, obviously. Like, I've been to the Jersey Shore, things like that. All within just like a 3-mile radius of Philadelphia. Never really been anywhere. Never, like, our family trips for me was Jersey Shore, Wildwood, Cape May. And I just got bored. Most of my friends aren't into the same things I am. Video games, comic books, nerd-related things. Like, you see everything on the shelf back there. Like, you got Pokeball, you got Ninja Turtles, like, you got some, that and that. That is a drink? That is a drunk hunt and a Legend of the Drink. They are, like, parodies of Legend of Zelda and Duck Hunt, but they are actually flasks. You got Legend of Zelda there, like a little Nintendo book there. Like, actually, behind the Mario Cube is an original black Game Boy. That thing's epic. I got my Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3 games. I got the Green Lantern, Power Rangers, some anime stuff. It's like Fairy Tail. I got Death Note. Over there, that is like 80% of the Harry Potter pops. Batman, that's Court of the Owls. Joker, more Batman stuff. Over in the corner, it's like I got that's Pumpkin Jack. That's Vegeta. That's Goku. That's Doc Brown from Back to the Future. I got prop up the board over there. I got the actual Power Reader from Dragon Ball Z. What do I got? Star Wars up there. Game of Thrones there. Oh, that's right now. Like, love all things nerdy. None of my friends are into things along those lines. So it's. I used to go to PhillyCon and New York Comic Con with a buddy from work, but then we had falling out and weird stuff I'm gonna get into. And I really want to go to RTX. I wanted to go, but I didn't have anybody to go with. Never been more than 3 hours away from Philly before. Never been on a plane. So, like I just said, screw it. Let's have an adventure. I booked the hotel, booked the flight, went on a flight to Texas. Like, had a layover in Dallas to there. On the way back, I think I had a layover in North Carolina. Or maybe when I went, yeah, it's the first year I went there. I did. They were in Dallas going there, then went to Austin, and then coming back at another layover in Dallas. But it was best trip of my life. Like, I love Austin. I would love to move out there, but I need money for that. Got a shitty job, like, so I'll talk about that later. But like, I went there 1 year, amazing time. Met a couple people out there. And last year, the convention was in early August, I think. Like, I went by myself again. I went on the Rooster Teeth forums back when the site was more manageable, more easy to navigate. Found a forum for people going alone who didn't have friends down there. Friendly, started talking to a couple guys, exchanged numbers, went out to the bar. Like, we got trashed. We were like out for like 5 hours. Got plastered. It was an awesome night. Like, then we all exchanged numbers and we hung out the whole weekend. I only see them a couple times a year. Me and several of those guys now go to PAX South in San Antonio, Texas. Amazing city. And then me and a couple of those guys also went to PAX East in Boston. Amazing city as well. Very expensive though. Although, well, that's every city I go to is expensive. Did you know it's cheaper to go to like London or Ireland for like 7 days than it is to stay in a major U.S. city for like 4 or 5 days? That is bullshit. Going to RTX this weekend. Previous 2 times I've just been regular attendee, got 3-day pass, whatever. This year I managed to get a VIP pass. Very expensive, but from what I hear, like one of the guys I met last year had it. It's supposed to be worth it, and I can't wait to experience it. I'd say it was less than 20 people out of at least 60,000 people that are going, so it's like I consider myself very lucky. Some of my friends tried to get tickets, but they sold out. So I got the screening for an early episode of Day5 Thursday night, following 2 unreleased episodes of Crunch Time, which, like I said, doesn't get released until September. Immediately after that, since I also bought a RT side quest pass, I'm immediately going to a charity auction for Child's Play, I believe. Then I got a convention Friday. Friday night, there's a VIP party where a bunch of members from Bruce Chief are going, and I think Guardians, the volunteers who work in the convention, man the lines, help the employees, like do everything. Like they are amazing. Guardians are the shit. They got Friday and Saturday. Like one of the downsides to RTX is like it's mostly panels. Like they're all amazing, but so many people trying to see the same panel that you'll be waiting in line like 2-3 hours. VIP pass should let, from what they're telling me, if I show up like not on the dot of when it's supposed to start, but like a little bit before, like maybe 20 minutes before or whatever, I can show up, go to the front of the line, and they have the first 3 rows for every panel should be for people from the company, special guests, and VIPs to just go up. As long as there's seating there, you can just go in and have a seat. It's an amazing, big thing that I plan on doing. Like, I'll wait in line with my friends, talk to them, and then like 15-20 minutes before the thing starts, I'll just go up front and try and get a seat. Doesn't happen, like I'll go back to my friends, and maybe I can get a regular seat with them. If not, like, oh well, there's so much going on that I'll just go to something else. RTX is in Austin Convention Center, the Hilton, and the Marriott. It's also combined with CGS, which is Screw Attack Gaming Convention, something like that. They've been doing for years. Now that they're a branch of Rooster Teeth, they combine them. But this weekend's going to be amazing. Can't wait. So, random side note, one big event I'm looking forward to is they're doing, it's called Dungeons and Dragons and Drunks. It's Drunk Dungeons and Dragons. I played Dungeons and Dragons maybe like 3 or 4 times back in high school, like 9 years ago. Me and a couple of people would leave school early, go to McDonald's, get like 1 meal. They had like free refills, so we just sit there, get free drinks all day, and just play D&D. We don't have any problems. It was fun, but then I didn't play D&D for years. And then 2 months ago, when I was at PAX East in Boston, like me and one of the friends I went to the other conventions with, their friends were there. I met up with them. Well, met them. Started hanging out, chatting, saying like I like D&D, but I don't play, but they play all the time. They had this one area where they had a bunch of DMs, Dungeon Masters, where we're just playing games. We played it all while. It was amazing. And I randomly bought myself a set of dice. Which I love that. Like, it reminds me of Harry Potter. Gryffindor. Even though I was a Ravenclaw when I did the Pottermore quiz. I'm not upset for it. But can't wait to play Dungeons & Dragons down there. As long as I just get there early and me and my friends can get a table. I think that's it for now. I think I covered everything for this week. next Monday, even though I will still be in Texas, I'm in Texas till Tuesday. I will try and make a video on down there and upload it from down there, but no promises. But I would like to ultimately release one video, like one vlog or whatever you want to reference this, every Monday. Just an update of what's going on in MadKing's life. What's new? Probably not much, but yeah, just keep the world up to date about what's going on. I guess that covers it all. So, like the video, please subscribe. Like the video. Follow me on Twitter. Like, I have MadKing Kev on. It took me a while to get it, but I got MadKing Kev on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Xbox, PlayStation. It's my name on the Rooster Teeth site. My name on Steam. I think that covers about everything. So just like the video, please subscribe, like it, follow me on Twitter and all my other social media sites. I try and stay pretty active. I try and stream on Twitch when I can, but I get pretty busy with work and everything. But if I get more feedback and more people interested, then I will do things more. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking it out. And see you next time.